Hey guys, how are you doing? So in this video we will continue our discussion about vector analysis. और हम लोगों ने बेसिक वेक्टर्स के बारे में हमने बेसिक एडिशन के बारे में बात कर लिया and we have talked about dot product, cross product. Today we are going to start triple product. What is triple product? So triple product can be scalar triple product and vector triple product, and how we define it. So let's talk about a scalar triple product. Scalar triple product simply mean you get a scalar quantity, okay? So scalar triple product is defined as scalar triple product, and I am going to make you solve lots of questions so that you have good command over it. So it is defined as A dot sum B cross C vector, okay? So B cross C जो भी वेक्टर होगा वो क्या होगा, उसका जो वैल्यू होगा वो क्या होगा, it will be in the plane containing B cross C, perpendicular to the plane of B and C. And once you take dot product with the vector A, you are going to get a scalar quantity that is essentially A dot B cross C, right? And we can prove it, we are going to prove it. We can easily prove it, and you will see this in the questions. This A dot B, A dot B cross C vector is same as if you write B dot A cross C vector, okay? B dot C cross A, sorry. So it is kind of a circular, C cross A. And this is same as C dot A cross B vector. We are going to prove it. Quite soon we are going to prove it, okay? And interestingly, this is going to be the volume of parallelepiped, which is created having A, B, C vectors as their edges, right? And if it is not right-handed system, then the volume can be negative, but otherwise we are going to talk about right-handed system, all right? Similarly, this ABC can be generally A dot BC is called a scalar triple product, or sometimes it is called box product. Okay, so sometimes it is called a box product, and this can be written as, this is by definition you can write it as in a box ABC. Okay, so if it is a shorthand notation to write ABC simply mean A dot B cross C, it is called box product. Okay, when we talk about another variety which is called vector triple product, that is again important, vector triple product. And this class is the last class on the fundamental. From next class onwards we are going to talk about vector calculus, differential calculus we are going to begin with, all right? So you have this vector A cross B cross C. This is called vector triple product, and most importantly it is not equal to, it is A cross B cross C is not equal to, if you were to write A cross B cross C. We can easily prove with the help of A cross B cross C, with the help of this cross product, we can easily show that it is in the plane of B, and it is going to be B A dot C minus C A dot B. Okay, this is the definition of A cross. We can easily prove the this result. This is the result for the vector triple product. Okay, we are going to prove it. So A cross B cross C. And interestingly, if we were to prove, again I am going to prove it. If I were to take first A cross B cross C, it is not associated. Then you are going to have A cross B cross C, you are going to have B A dot C minus A B dot C. This is what you are going to get. And therefore, it is easily, it is obvious that A cross, in general, A cross B cross C is not equal to A cross B cross C, right? So parenthesis, that this जो यहाँ पर ये जो bracket लगा हुआ है, this is very important. All right, this is the theoretical part. Again, this course is for theoretical physics, and in theoretical physics, what we are now developing language, and for, I think, I don't know exactly, but it may go as long as 100 videos or 100 classes in which we are going to develop languages only. So language part, it consists of vectors. Then we are going to talk about, in this series only, we are going to start tensor analysis. We are going to talk about in general form of vector and scalar. Scalar and vectors का भी जो general form होता है, the more generalized form, which is tensor basically. Okay, So scalars are zero order tensor. Then we are going to talk about vector, first order, then second order tensor, and so on and so forth. In general idea. Then we are going to talk about vector linear vector spaces. After linear vector spaces, we could start complex analysis. After complex analysis, group theory, and then PD, partial differential equation. This much is minimum, and I am going to talk about a calculus of variation, that is going to help us to build Euler Lagrange equation, and then we will go to the classical mechanics, Lagrangian and Hamiltonian form, because I am starting these this series for graduate level physics. All right, so this is the basic idea. Now, having said that, having said all those things, those premises, we are going to start to solve questions so that we can have good hands-on experience, right? तो आप अगर पहले क्वेश्चन इसी की बात करोगे, this is the idea, so that A dot B cross C is an absolute value equal to the volume of parallelepiped with sides ABC, है ना? IBC अगर उसके edge हो तो ध्यान से समझने की कोशिश करना. If I were to take about B cross C, suppose this is B cross C, and I am not going to solve all the question, I am going to give you lots of question. अगर आप V cross C को देखेंगे तो this is going to be BC sin theta n cap. Okay, what is this n cap? Common sense, this is basically, it is perpendicular vector, unit vector. This is perpendicular unit vector, okay, unit vector in the plane spanned by vector B and C. वेक्टर B and C के कारण जो भी प्लेन बनेगा उस प्लेन के वो परपेंडिकुलर होने वाला है, राइट? ऑलराइट, दैट्स द बेसिक आइडिया. सपोज इफ यू लुक एट दिस डायग्राम, आई हैव मेड डायग्राम फॉर यू, एंड अगर मैं आपको बताऊं बी और सी वेक्टर के बीच में सपोज करो, अगर यहां पर क्या है, बेसिकली इफ इट इज एंगल थीटा, सो व्हाट इज ए डॉट बी इज गोइंग टू लुक लाइक, है ना? तो अगर आप देखेंगे हाउ ए डॉट बी इज गोइंग टू लुक लाइक, ए डॉट बी इज गोइंग टू गिव यू this is something, it is basically, it is, अगर मैं B cross C की बात करूं from the previous class, if you remember, this B cross C is nothing but, the magnitude is nothing but the area of parallelogram, area of parallelogram, okay, area. I am going to use a shorthand notation for parallelogram, okay, area of parallelogram having sides B and C, sides B and C, okay, this is planar vector, okay, B and C are coplanar vector, essentially this is what is the meaning, okay. Now what you can do, you can now apply, just a minute, okay, now what you can do, you can easily identify, if you want to take the height of this, let's say, अगर आप इसको देखोगे तो इसकी हाइट कैसे बनाओगे आप, तो इसकी हाइट बनाने के लिए आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा, if you want to take the volume, the area of parallelogram into height h, है ना? तो अगर हम इसको थोड़ा सा भी दिमाग लगा के देखें, यहां से दिमाग लगा के देखें, है ना? If we want to talk about the volume of parallelepiped three dimensional figure, parallelepiped, है ना? Parallelepiped, okay, this is parallelepiped, okay. This parallelepiped is basically what it is going to be, area of parallelogram into height h, area of, I am using again shorthand notations, area of parallelogram into height h, all right, okay. How you are going to do that? B cross C vector, okay, B cross C vector, again the magnitude, and h in the direction of n cap direction, है ना? This is how I can write it. So h can be written as this area vector, h can be written as in the n cap direction, all right, okay. Now this is this a vector can be written as, if you look at this, so this can be written as this a vector, parallelepiped क्या है, basically height, तो area vector n cap direction में, है ना? तो जो h है वो कौन सा वेक्टर है, एरिया वेक्टर है, तो you can rewrite as B cross C magnitude area vector, but in which direction, n cap direction. N cap direction simply means it is going to give you the height, right? How do you do that now? Now you can rewrite it. So if you want to basically, okay, basically here is, there is a trick, if you want to rewrite it, h vector. if I need h vector, so what is h vector? Basically h vector is the component of, what is this h vector? H is the component of otherwise you can say projection of a onto, projection of vector a onto h. Okay, this is h. How do you do that? You take a dot n cap. A dot n cap is essentially h, because a dot n is a cos theta. Okay, whatever the value is, na? A dot h. So it has to be equal to a vector dot n cap. Now what I am doing, a dot b is same as a dot n b cross c, but you can rewrite is a dot b cross c is n cap is direction, this is b sine theta. Okay, if theta is the angle between b and c, it can be rewritten as a dot b cross c. This is the answer, simple, as simple as it is. तो हम लोगों ने प्रोजेक्शन निकालने सीखे, जो h है बेसिकली हाउ डू यू फाइंड हाइट, प्रोजेक्शन ऑफ a onto h, but h in the n cap direction. Okay, unit vector. So unit vectors are essentially, they are used to identify or to find out the projections. Okay, so that's the basic idea. I hope you have understood this question. Now next question for you. Again, if you want me to solve it, I can do it for you, otherwise we don't need to solve it. Okay, but quickly, this is easy question. I am not going to waste our time. I vector j vector के अगर orthonormal vectors हैं I j के, तो it is written as b1 b2 b3, है ना? मतलब अगर b cross c vector को लिखना है तो how do I write it? I cap, तो I am writing b2 c3 minus c2 b3, है ना? Plus when I am writing j cap, if you remember, you know, if alpha, let's say if x equal to, let's say if this g vector is equal to x cross y, I can easily write ith component with xj yk minus yj xk, where I, j, k are in the cyclic permutation. Okay, where I am using I, j, k in the cyclic permutations. This is cyclic permutation. So j cap has to be equal to you know, b3 c1 minus c3 b1 plus k cap is going to be, it can be rewritten as, okay, just for once and for in all, this k cap can be written as, this k cap can be written as 3 के बाद कौन सा परम्यूटेशन बनेगा, 2 1, तो b2 c1 minus c2 b1. Now if you remember, this I cap can be written as b2 b3 c2 c3, b2 c3 minus c2 b3. Okay, plus j cap, it can be written as b3 c3. Okay, okay, it can be written as b3 b3 c3 b1 c1. So b3 c1 minus c3 b1, है ना? Plus k cap direction, it can be written as, okay, b2 c2 and c1 c2. Now how do you do that? Okay, okay, c1 c2. Okay, so these are the components, they can be written like this. And when you do, when you make, okay, when you want to, you can rewrite them as I, j, k. Okay, when you are writing with I2, you have to write b2 b3 here, okay, and c2 c3 here, and automatically you get a1 or b1. So you are going to get B1 C1. Now if you were to take dot product A dot B cross C, I dot I is going to be 1, J dot J going to be 1, K dot K going to be 1, I dot J is 0, Z dot K is 0. So you will get A1 vector here, A2 vector here, A3 vector here, B1 vector here, B2 vector here, V3 and a component, basically not whole vector, C1, C2, C3. And this result is proved for once and all, okay? So we don't need to prove it again and again. I think you can do it, practice it, okay? What is A dot B? How to prove that? Now, this is interesting, okay? So you can essentially interchange, cross and dot can be interchanged, okay? Cross and dot can be interchanged. They can be interchanged, okay? How do you do that? So if you were to identify this A dot B cross C vector, if you are to find it out, how you are going to do that? You are going to write component A1, A2, A3, then B1, B2, B3, then C1, C2, C3. अब ध्यान से सुनना. Now I am going to use the property of determinant. So if I were to change two rows, R1 or R2 को replace कर दूं, तो it is going to pick negative sign. This is same as this determinant is same as if this operation is applied here, okay? How I am going to write it? It is going to pick negative sign, but you have B1, B2, B3, A1, A2, A3, C1, C2, C3. Now again another sign, pick minus, and it going to be minus into minus. I can rewrite it like, what I can do. अब मैं क्या कर रहा हूं, R2 R3 को क्या कर रहा हूं, एक्सचेंज कर रहा हूं. So R2 row is replaced with R3, R3 is replaced with R2, okay? So you are going to get again B1 there, B1, B2, B3, A1, A2, A3. I have replaced, I have changed it, C1, C2, C3, A1, A2, A3, है ना? A1, A2, A3, and this is same as B vector dot C cross A vector. Okay. Now what you can do, you can again apply, now it's for you. So this is same as A dot B cross C is same as B dot C cross A. Okay, B dot C cross A, and this is going to be the same if what I do, है ना, ये it is going to be C डॉट A क्रॉस B. तो अगर मैं यहां पर, मैं आपको सीधा बता देता हूं, दो ऑपरेशन साथ साथ लगा दो, फिर से R1 को R2 के साथ चेंज कर लो, एंड जब R2 हो जाए तो R2 को R3 के साथ क्या कर दो, रिप्लेस कर दो. यू आर एसेंशियली गोइंग टू गेट C डॉट A क्रॉस B. ओके, C विल फर्स्ट, C गोज अवे, B सबसे नीचे आ जाएगा, तो A क्रॉस B खत्म. You can easily prove it. Not a big deal. Okay. This is again important. All right. Now let's move on to the next questions, because you have to solve large many number of questions. I am going to give you how can you prove A dot A cross C equal to 0. This is again very easy. Now this is same as A dot A cross C is same as, again ध्यान से समझना, B dot C cross A. तो C है ना, A डॉट B क्रॉस C is same as B dot C cross A is same as C dot, है ना, ABC, है ना, जहां पर मैं A लिख रहा हूं, A B, ये मान लो X Y Z है मान लो, तो Z डॉट C dot A cross A. Once you have two vectors and you are taking the cross product, it is going to be 0. तो जब भी A डॉट A क्रॉस C में कोई भी दो वेक्टर्स क्या होंगे, सेम होंगे, योर आंसर इज गोइंग टू बी 0. सिंपल. ओके, एक लाइन में खत्म हो गया है. इट वाज नॉट मोर देन वन लाइन. All right. See, again, other questions for you. Prove that necessary and sufficient condition for the vector ABC to be is coplanar that A dot B cross C is 0. Okay, we know what we know. हमें पता है जब भी A dot B cross C होगा, whenever we have this quantity A dot, okay, whenever we have this quantity vector A dot B cross C vector, it is what? Volume of parallelepiped. Volume of parallelepiped. And whenever you have volume of parallelepiped, you know what is most important here, what you need to understand, it means these cannot be coplanar, है ना, कोई तो height होनी चाहिए. They can't be in the same plane. They can't be in the same plane. Okay, if they are coplanar, theoretical है ना, if they are coplanar, they are sharing same plane, you cannot define volume and volume is going to be 0. It simply means A dot this B cross C vector is going to be 0. As simple as it is. Nothing. तो जब भी आपके पास क्या होगा, है ना, अगर आप वॉल्यूम डिफाइन करना चाहते हो, once you want to define volume, you cannot have, you know, okay, तो जब भी आप वॉल्यूम डिफाइन करोगे तो I mean you cannot define volume, you know, if all these vectors are coplanar. Okay. So I think, okay, so I think you have understood this. Now let's move on to the another question. Where is my next question? Next question is here. A cross B cross C equal to B dot A dot C. Again, I am not going to prove it for you. This is homework problem for you. You know B cross C is written as, how you are going to write A cross, है ना? Okay. So A cross, I am just writing on ith component. Okay. Just proving for ith component. Ith, है ना? So this is going to be, let's say AX. Okay. AX I cap. Okay. Let me tell you this. Just understand this. Let's say A equal to AX I cap, AY J cap, AZ K cap. Okay. And this B vector, it is written as BX I cap, BY J cap plus BZ K cap. This C vector is written as CX I cap, CY J cap, CZ K cap. And when you identify B cross C, how you are going to write down B cross C? B cross C is going to be, ith component क्या होगा? BY CZ minus CY BZ. Okay. Okay. Suppose I am not writing J component and K component. Okay. You can conversely, यहाँ से भी आप लिख सकते हो, this B vector BX I cap, BY J cap, BZ K cap, it can be written as A dot C. It will be written as AX CX, AY CY, AZ CZ, है ना? और अगर मैं यहां से I क्रॉस लूं, I क्रॉस Jth कंपोनेंट ले लूं, तो ध्यान रखना एक Kth कंपोनेंट आ जाएगा. Okay, so this is what you have to prove both ways and you should do that. Okay, so I'm not going to waste, you know, invaluable time doing this calculation because this is easily doable. Okay, now if let's say you have proved it, A cross B cross C equal to same as A, no, but you need to remember the result, B vector dot product A dot C, C vector dot product A dot B. We can now prove the second. Okay, तो जो second equation है, second, you know, so B part, what is B part? If I have A cross B, I have already told you how to prove that cross C. You have to prove it. Now what you are going to do that? C cross minus C cross A cross B. Okay, and if you take this minus sign out and you apply this funda, तो आपको समझ में आ जाएगा. It is going to be a b dot c minus, you are going to get b a dot c. And once you take this minus inside parenthesis, what you are going to get? Minus a into a multiplied with b dot c. Okay, this is a scalar quantity. Minus minus का plus हो जाएगा b a dot c. So a vector cross b vector cross c vector is same as b a dot c minus a b dot c. This is it. As simple as it is. Again, important, consequence of triple product, vector triple product. Okay. Now, next one for you, a dot a cross b dot c cross d. You have to prove it, and how you can do that, let me give you a hint. Again, this is homework for you. You get to do this calculation your own. But if you need some help, what you can do? Take it as x. Okay. Let's say x dot c cross d is same as c dot x cross d. C dot x cross d. It is same as d dot है ना a cross a dot b cross c बराबर b dot c cross d, c dot a cross b x cross d, c dot x cross c. Okay, c dot x cross. This is how you can do it. Okay, so you can apply this concept directly and you can prove it. Okay, so you can okay, and now what you can do, okay, if you want me to do it, what you can do it now. अगर आप यहां से देखोगे तो यहीं से काम हो जाएगा. But if you want me to do, I need d vector outside. So let's say this is going to be this d vector dot a dot b cross c equal to b dot c cross a, c dot a cross b. So d dot this x cross c vector, x cross c vector. So essentially this is same as d dot. Okay, if you could find out the answer, d dot a cross b vector a cross b vector cross c vector. And now this is d dot. ध्यान से समझना, ये हो जाएगा b a dot c minus a b dot c. Okay, okay. And you can now take this d dot inside, है ना, d dot b vector a minus a dot c vector, interestingly minus d dot a vector b dot c vector. Because dot product is commutative, ये homework भी मैंने खुद ही solve कर दिया है, so this is not no longer it is a dot product. You can easily do it. This is going to be b dot d. So it is same as a dot c is a scalar quantity. It is same as b dot d scalar quantity. Similarly, you get a dot d, you get b dot c. Okay, what you have? You have a cross b vector dot c cross d vector. These are two vectors. Okay, so ये mathematical manipulation you should understand. Okay, I think you can do it. A cross b cross c plus b cross c cross a plus c cross a cross b equal to 0. Again, it is easy to prove. If you want to prove it, this is going to be, it is same as b dot a dot c minus c ए डॉट बी, अब ध्यान से रखना ए डॉट बी लिख दूं चाहे, दिस इज गोइंग टू बी सी वेक्टर ए डॉट बी बिकॉज ए डॉट बी इज सेम एज बी डॉट ए, ओके, minus a vector I am going to write b dot c. From this I am going to write a vector again b dot c minus b vector, it is going to be written as c dot a, and I think all of these terms they cancel out and you get zero answer, okay. b के साथ एक पॉजिटिव है a dot c, c dot a एक ही बात है, c वेक्टर के साथ a dot b कट गया, a वेक्टर के साथ a कट गया, दिस इज जीरो वेक्टर, खत्म, okay, this is going to be zero vector, nothing much to worry about it, okay. Now prove this one, I think you can do it, okay. So what you have to do, this is a homework problem for you, you need to do some mathematical calculation your own, this is how you are going to learn, okay. Sit back and then try to figure out how to solve this, okay. Again this is interesting problem, a cross b dot b cross c cross c cross a dot b cross c ka whole square, I think you should be able to find out if you can solve this problem, okay. This is again interesting problem. So again whenever you have a cross b, you consider it x times something, and once you have this kind of thing, I think finally you can identify, okay. So if you want me to help you guys, this is, let's say, x vector dot b cross c vector cross c cross a. Why don't you write it like x dot? I can say you can write it down x cross y cross z, a dot, it can be written as same as y dot z cross x, it can be written as z dot x cross y vector, okay. This is how you can write it, okay. So with the help of this, or my thing, what you can do, b cross c can be even okay, taken as, and then a cross b can be taken later on, okay. So now it is for you to look at how to solve this. If you guys have any problem, you can ask me to solve, otherwise what I can do, if this is the way you want to solve it, so I just wanted to take a cross inside, so if I were to take this term, y term, what is my y? It is my b cross c vector dot, what is z? Z is c cross a vector, and you are crossing it with c cross a with, okay, with a cross b, okay, and you are going to get something out of it, okay. Okay, you can apply now cross product and then you get the answer. All right, again you should try. This is very interesting question, okay. And let me if you want me to solve this, I am going to solve this r1 vector, suppose r1 r2s are two vectors, again it is not difficult to apply, okay. So this is x-axis, let's say this is x-axis, this is y-axis, okay. Now suppose this is r1 vector, which is unit vector making alpha angle with axis alpha, axis x, and then we have say r2 vector, okay. You can easily do that. Suppose this is r1 vector which is making alpha angle, and this is beta which is r2 vector, they are unit vectors, r1 vector give you 1 equal to r2 vector magnitude, है ना. तो आपके पास क्या है, आपके पास अगर आप देखेंगे दिस एंगल इज नथिंग बट अल्फा माइनस बीटा बच गया. अब अगर आप इसको डॉट प्रोडक्ट लगाओगे, सपोज यू वर टू dot product, r1 r2, what you are going to get, r1 magnitude of r1 magnitude of r2, the angle between these two vectors, which is cos alpha minus beta. What is r1 vector in terms of r1 vector can be written as r1 cos alpha, so it is going to be cos alpha I cap cos alpha I cap sin alpha j cap. Okay, if they are ijk, right? R2 vector can be written as cos beta I cap sin beta j cap. So what you are going to get? You are going to get, from this, cos alpha cos beta plus sin alpha sin beta is going to be cos alpha minus beta. As simple as it is. Okay, as simple as it is. Now look at the scenario. Suppose if I were to take r cross r2, है ना, then you are going to write down 0 k cap 0 k cap here. What you are going to get? You are going to get r1 magnitude of r1 magnitude of r2 sin alpha minus beta. Okay, now you are going to get, when you write I cap, you get 0. Okay, 0. जब भी मैं आई कैप वाली टर्म निकालूंगा क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट से 0 k cap, and you are going to get only k cap term, which is cos alpha sin beta, cos alpha sin beta. Okay, minus sin alpha cos beta, minus sin alpha cos beta. और ध्यान से देखना, जब भी मैं क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट होऊंगा तो R1 R2 क्रॉस के क्रॉप डायरेक्शन में होगा, ये भी के कैप डायरेक्शन में होगा, एंड इट इज इक्वल टू साइन अल्फा माइनस बीटा के कैप. अगर हम मैग्नीट्यूड की बात करें, इफ यू वांट टू टेक द मैग्नीट्यूड पार्ट ओनली, व्हाट यू आर गोइंग टू गेट? यू आर गोइंग टू गेट साइन अल्फा माइनस बीटा इक्वल टू something is wrong, I think. R2 cross R1. Okay, I am supposed to take, I have taken R1 cross R2, so it is going to be minus k cap. Okay, just don't make mistake, क्योंकि right handed system में this is minus k cap. So if it is minus k cap, what you are going to say, it is going to be same as sin alpha cos beta minus cos alpha sin beta k cap direction equal to sin alpha minus beta k cap. Okay, and once you calculate the magnitude, sin alpha minus beta equal to sin alpha cos beta minus cos alpha sin beta. This is it. This is how you prove it. Now these two parts for positive angle, this is homework and this is homework. These two are homework problems for you. Now do the homework problem. Once you have to take the cross product, once you have to take the dot product, but what is most important here, you have to apply your brain how to identify alpha plus beta angles. That's it. That's the only game. Once you do that, you can easily identify, what the results are going to be. Okay. All right. Now, quickly telling you some more. This is again homework problem. Again, basic calculation parts. You have to identify A cross B cross C. You know how to do this. This is again calculation part. This is homework for you. Okay. Anything which is just mechanical, I am going to give you homework. A plus B dot B cross C plus A. Again, this is a mechanical question. Mechanical simply means, you have to just, अगर आपको ध्यान हो तो A क्रॉस B प्लस C क्या हो जाएगा? B प्लस C एक वेक्टर है which is going to give you cross with C plus this same vector B plus C, it is going to give you with cross A vector. Okay, then C cross C is going to be 0, B cross C will be left over, है ना? So you have to do this. Okay, this is again mechanical question. You have to do it your own. And okay, if any of these questions is there, if you think you cannot solve, you can ask me, but I don't think so there is anything in these questions. All right, next question for you. ये बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन है, इसको मैं आपको करके बताता हूँ. A dot B cross C, is same as this. Okay, so suppose करो, if you were to write down A dot B cross C vector, it is same as if you were to write, okay, it is same as, okay, मैं सीधा बताता हूं आपको, because again my target audience is much more intelligent. Okay, so write down this in the format of determinant. A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. Okay, let's say this vector A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3, small. Okay, now what you are going to do, you are going to multiply these, but I am using one property, determinant of A transpose is same as determinant of A, है ना? तो अगर मैं इसका डिटर्मिनेंट दूं, अगर मान लो ये मैट्रिसेस होता तो इट इज सेम एज इफ आई वर टू राइट A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, small c1, c2, small c3, and in the left hand side you have a1, a2, a3, you have these vector b1, b2, b3, you have c1, c2, c3. Now answer is as simple as it is. आपको पता है how these determinants are multiplied? They are multiplied with the row and column operation. Okay, so what you are going to get, essentially you are going to get a1, a1, a2, a2, this a3 with a3, and so on. Similarly, and so on. I'm not going to do it again. This is for you. This is for you. This is again, you can write it down. You can write down this term, this term, this term, this term, and it follows simple. So you are going to get finally. Okay. Let me see if Okay. And okay. यहाँ पर थोड़ा जगह है, so you can easily find out. It is going to be a vector dot a vector, this b vector dot b vector, c vector dot a vector. Okay, this is a vector, sorry. Okay, again a vector dot b vector, b vector dot b vector, c vector dot b vector, again a vector dot small c vector, b vector dot small c vector, c vector dot small c vector, and it is pro. Again, it is interesting question. You are supposed to use the property of. Now this is the question which is most important question, and it is going to आपके दिमाग की दही बना देगा. Try to figure out, because these a vector, b vector, c vectors, they are not orthonormal vector. But let me tell you, when you identify, I am giving you hint, when you are going to find out, not a dot b cross c, basically when you are going to find out a dot b cross c vector, you are going to get something like that. You are going to get b cross c, okay, and you are going to get b1, b2, b3, you are going to get c1, c2, c3. Let me tell you, and here you are going to get c cross a vector, and here you are going to get a cross b vector. This is how you can prove it. A cross a is going to be 0, है ना, चाहे जो same vector है, whatever basis, these are called basis vector. A cross a is going to be 0, b cross b is going to be 0, c cross c is going to be 0, and sometimes you have to use a cross b is same as minus b cross a vector. Okay, they are not orthonormal vectors. You don't know, they are not in the form of ijk, right? Okay, तो ये तो केवल b क्रॉस c की वैल्यू है ना, and this is the value of b cross c vector. Now when you solve it, you are going to get a dot b क्रॉस c वेक्टर, है ना. जब भी आप डॉट प्रोडक्ट लोगे, तो डॉट प्रोडक्ट लोगे तो a क्या है, a डॉट, दिस इज गोइंग टू गिव यू फर्स्ट टर्म a डॉट b क्रॉस c, determinant of, when you are going to get b2 c2 b3 c3. Okay, and similarly you are going to get like जब इसको लिखोगे तो जो b वेक्टर है, बेसिकली इट इज नॉट b वेक्टर essentially. Okay, essentially this vector b vector is same as, because it is written in terms of x2 y2 z2. This is written as x3 y3 z3, and now when you solve it, you are going to get like y2 z2 and y3 Z3. Okay. All right. All right. So A dot B cross C is going to be like this and so on. And therefore, you can easily solve it now. X1, Y1, Z1, X2, Y2, Z2, X3, Y3, Z3. You are going to get A dot B cross C. Okay. Because the second term you might come across, B dot C cross A. Okay. And the third term you can get C dot A cross B. This is how it is going to work. Okay. So now it is again, because I am not going to keep this video more than 50 minutes. So I have given you the idea, how to solve this problem. Okay. So this is doable problem, you can easily identify, how to solve this problem. Okay. And again, okay. Now what I am going to tell you quickly, one more problem, and then we will wind up this session. I must be giving you few problems to solve your own. Okay, let me see how many problems are there. Okay, I am solving only one problem. You can ask me to solve one of these two problems, but you know, I am giving you this homework problem, and I am going to help you to solve this problem. A cross B cross C plus A cross B cross C is same as. So suppose I am writing this. Okay, so A cross B cross C can be written as B. It is same as B A dot C vector minus C A dot B vector. It is same as when I write A cross B, I am writing B A dot C vector minus A B dot C vector. Okay. Now what I am going to do, B dot A dot C is cancel out. This goes away. This is the same term. This term come here. It is A B dot C minus C A dot B equal to 0 vector. But if you apply the second law, you are going to get this is same as A cross C vector into this B vector equal to 0 vector. So it was very easy to identify. How I did it, let me tell you how. You can ask me how I did it. Okay. 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 How I did it? I used this A cross B cross C. The result is B A dot C vector minus C A dot B vector. Again, if you have A cross B first and then you have cross C vector, you can rewrite it like B A dot C minus A B dot C. As simple as it is. I am using these two. These are the two results which I have used. Okay. So far we have talked extensively about vector algebra. Now we are going to talk about calculus, and we are essentially going to talk about vector calculus in the next video onwards. Okay. This is the homework problem for you. A cross B dot C cross D plus B cross C dot A cross D plus C cross A dot B cross D equal to 0. What you need to do, you need to apply the concept of A dot B cross C and then figure out how this is going to be 0 with the help of some identities. All right. So this is it in this video, and we have talked about vector algebra, essentially vector algebra. So far, we talked about vector addition, we talked about triangle of vector addition, how to add one positive another negative vectors, the addition with the negative vectors. Then I have used some kind of concepts to probe with the help of dot product and cross product. We proved cosine formula, sine formula. Then thereafter we went for applications of these dot product and cross product, and finally we hit upon uh, cross triple product, basically scalar triple product and vector triple product, and we identified some of these identities which are going to play a very very important role in the future when we are going to talk about divergence, curl, and gradient. Thank you so very much, guys. See you until next time. Till then, goodbye. I hope you are enjoying these videos, and this is for the theoretical physics, right? We are developing language. Thank you.